I'll give you one guess what I'm doing. I'm getting ready to install some doors that I've painted, some existing doors that I painted, and I've got to installing brand new hinges. And when the hinges come, of course, the hinge pins are all the way in, and I like to. I could set the whole thing up there on the door frame or on the door without doing this, and then pop the pins off afterwards. I don't like doing that because then sometimes that slightly messes up with your hinges. So I've got just a little 2x4 here, and I'm going to set it here, and I'm just going to go like that. And I've got my nail set here, and I'm going to tap. I'm just going to tap those out like that. I got my glove on too, because sometimes, oh, look at that. Sometimes it pinches on my hand, so come on. Yeah, just hit it, just give it a little good whack. Good whack, make sure it's sticking off of there. See there? And that's what I'm gonna do. Now I've got these set, and I don't take that out just yet. I look at the door to figure out which side is facing up on the door, because sometimes the door takes the 2 knuckles, sometimes it takes the 3. These happen to be 3.5-inch hinges. Of course, if you get a 4-inch hinge or 4.5-inch hinge, you might have 6 knuckles on there sometimes. And okay, so I'm just gonna leave those off to the side, and I've already seen, I'm gonna end up doing this master bedroom next, and I had marked all the doors, and master is number 3, and I looked on top of the doors and I marked those, and it's the second one from the end again. I don't know why I never get lucky in having it just be this next door that's lined up here. You know, just be careful with your doors as you're working on them, to try not to get them marked up. Try not to get your grubby fingers on them. If your fingers start getting dirty, wash your fingers in between, because you don't want to leave your marks on here and stuff. I'm pretty sure this was door number 3. Yep. And I mark it on both ends before I take the door down. Usually I wipe this clean of all of the dust that's accumulated, because sometimes I've done it before where I've marked right over the dust on the doors, and that's fine, I'll figure it out. And son of a gun, when I wipe them all down and repaint the doors and restack them and stuff, sometimes I can't see the door numbers. And so this time I made sure I got all the dust out off of them before I marked them, and I marked them on both ends in case one number got messed up. And see, on the 6 and the 9, lots of times I'll put a line underneath the 6 and a line underneath the 9, so I know if it's a 6 or a 9. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm just going to set it here, lean it up against the wall at an angle like this. There's my little helper for this next segment. Okay, and then I'll get set up. I'll get you set over here, and I'll just grab this. I'll take my glove off. I don't need my glove now for the hinge. So see, now I've got this, and I can look at this. Oh, I gotta pay attention. I gotta pay attention too, because see, this is the top of the door this time, not the bottom. If I wasn't paying attention, I could put these on like that, thinking this is the top, and then find out later, oh shoot, these hinge pins need to go in the other way. And I like to, however they come from the store, if the hinge pin is facing up, I like that. I like to just call that the top. Now on some doors, on some hinges, you'll have the name stamped on there. And I like to keep the name facing up, you know, depending on the hinge pins and that kind of thing. So I'm looking and I know that the long panel is the top of the door. Isn't that something? Oh yeah, okay, I got it right. I got it right. The numbers are over here. I just have to be careful with that. And so when I do that, I'm going to put this over there, pull that out, and see, I've got the twos, the two knuckles on there. And so I'll just take these other ones, and all I'm going to do is work on the twos. Now sometimes you might have hinge pins when you get them brand new. They might be greasy. If they are, don't throw them on the carpet like I just did. Okay? You don't want to do that. But those look fairly clean, and all of these holes are exactly in the middle, so it doesn't matter which screw I put in first. Sometimes, believe it or not, it matters, because the last thing you want is for a gap between the edge of your hinge and the dadoed area out of the remaining door. Okay, this screw looks like it's close there. If I would have put that one in first, it would have sucked this over. Now it won't, because I've got the other two in, and the head will just drag right over into place without moving the hinge. Okay? It's really simple. Come on. You don't have to pay a door guy, a handy person, the contractor, to rehang your doors. Okay? Or your painter, or whatever. If you've just painted your doors, this is what you're going to go through to rehang them, whether these are your new hinges or your old hinges. And a lot of times, even if you like the color of hinge that you had from before and they were pretty good, they might be full of paint, they might be rusty. It might be a good idea to decide, okay, do I want to put new hinges on at this point, or do I want to use the old ones? If you have old paint on your old hinges, did you know you can get that off? I've seen it on a YouTube video. I don't know why I was watching it, but they heated. What did they do? They put them in a pot of water and they boiled the water, and that softened the paint. That softened the paint enough for them to then scrape it off. Oh, I know what it was. It was an HGTV show where they were working on remodeling a house, and they were trying to save all the real old funky hinges and hasps and clasps of windows and stuff. And they got it all off that way. So you can do that on your hinges too. Okay? Okay, so that's all. That's as easy as it gets for rehanging this, putting the hinges on. Okay, I'm going to get you set up over here. I don't even know if I'm going to shut the camera off. I don't want you to think there's any funny monkey business going on. Get you set up right over here, shall I? Right here, and see if there's a little bit of light there. Sorry about that. It's just we've got a skylight out there, and it's during the day and stuff. Let me get my hinges. And I can put these hinge pins in my. Oh, what happened? Oh, I dropped one in my nail bag. I thought okay. I'll keep them there strategically. Now see, if I was hanging a right hand, I would take this, one of the hinge pins, and I would set it over here to get the first one, and then I'd do it that way. Okay. especially if you're using old stuff and if they're greasy and all that kind of stuff. You want to make sure you don't put them on your carpet or anything like that. Okay? Come on. Just take your time. It's not a race, you know? If you've never done this and you want to save some money, try it. I'm not making it look any easier or more difficult than it should be, okay? Now on the last door, I don't know if you saw it, I had the 2 knuckles on the door frame, not the 3. And that's because, why is that? What's the deal, yo? That's funny. This one's a left here. This one, the hinges are on the left. That last door, the hinges were on the left. But somehow, out of the package, the handle, the pins were facing the other direction. And I've got the, did I have 2s? I had 3s. I think I had 3s on the door. I can't remember now. Boy, my mind's failing me. You know, that's what happens when you get old. That's what happens. You get these senior moments. Have you ever had those? I get them every once in a while. Oh, yeah. It's just the way it is. One of these days, I might be in a position where I don't have to do this anymore. But this, hey, this gives me exercise, gives me something to do. I keep thinking I'm gonna find somebody else who's doing all this work, and I'll make videos of them doing all the work, and all I'm doing is running the camera. Okay, now it's time for me to grab that door and put it up.